David Benavidez no se quedó callado ante las recientes provocaciones de David Morrell, y sus palabras han encendido aún más el ambiente de lo que ya es considerada como la pelea más esperada de este inicio de 2025. Ambos peleadores, en la recta final de sus entrenamientos, no han dejado de lanzar indirectas y mensajes que alimentan la expectativa de los fanáticos. Por su parte, Morrell continúa su estrategia psicológica, pero Benavidez asegura que está acostumbrado a lidiar con este tipo de juegos mentales y que nada lo desconcentrará de su objetivo. Los intercambios verbales entre ambos han subido de tono y la tensión solo promete un enfrentamiento explosivo sobre el cuadrilátero. La batalla entre Benavidez y Morrell no solo será un choque de estilos, sino también un duelo de orgullo.
What do those finishing touches look like in camp?
Just working on the stuff that I gotta work on, just different stuff.
So, just looking at the preparation, David, is there anything different or anything like that you had to add in this for?
Yeah,
this type of
every fight is different. You know, every fighter has a different style, so it's up to me and my team to go in there and dissect it to see what I have to do. But you know, like I said, we've been working on the necessary stuff that we need to work on to, you know, to make sure we neutralize Morrell's power, his movement, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, they're right there. And you know, we've been putting a great game plan together. We've been having some great sparrings. I've been sparring. My second sparring was 12 rounds with 3 different sparring opponents. So I've been working like that this whole time. So I'm extremely confident in myself, my skills, and everything I'm gonna do.
How are your hands feeling?
My hands are feeling great. Since the last fight, you know, I went through those injuries. I took 3 months off. I didn't use the hands at all for 3 months, but now they're feeling great. You know, I've been doing a lot of physical therapy on them, been working on a lot on them, and they feel great. They feel better than before.
This guy, when you bring your right hand, you had to really focus working and now the power and that you're improving.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like everything for me, I use experience to my advantage. You know, the last fight, when I fought with 2 injured hands, you know, now I was going up against, you know, a great fighter, so I kind of had to use, you know, more touches, more speed. I had to do stuff that I don't usually do, you know what I mean? But it actually showed me that I have a lot of heart, you know, and going up against a guy that caliber with 2 messed up hands, and now that I'm injury free, I feel amazing. And nothing's gonna get in my way for the first.
You know, the main theme right now for this fight is that you're the one that's experienced. He has a new challenge pedigree, but it's you who has the experience. Do you see that fight like this, or do you just see it just as another opponent?
I mean, I don't really see the amateur as any. I don't see that as, you know, this is not an amateur fight. This is a professional. You know, this is a championship fight, 12 rounds. So I mean, he might have an advantage, you know, the first 3 rounds, you know, because of the amateurs. But I mean, other than that, 3 rounds don't mean nothing. To me, I've been in there with the better fighters. I've been in there in the bigger venues, bigger fights. This is my 3rd pay-per-view, 3rd or 4th. So I mean, I have experience on my side, so it's gonna be different. You know, I don't think he's ever been in anything like this caliber, and I'm gonna show why I'm on a different level.
But David, what do you make of just his antics over the course of the build-up to this fight?
I don't really care about his antics and none of that. You know, to me, all that stuff from him is nervous energy. You know, he knew he bit off a big portion that he can't chew. You know what I mean? And you can say anything you want. You could act like that I'm RoboCop, like I was saying that. You know, but at the end of the day, I know exactly what I can do. You know, every other fighter that I've fought, every high caliber fighter has said the same thing. But once after they get in the ring with me, they all say the same thing. They say David Benavidez is on a different level. So, you know, this is it's going to be the same thing. I'm really focused right now, and I'm very really motivated because, you know, I'm excited that I'm gonna go in there and get that WBA belt. I don't have one of those yet, so I'm very excited to add one of those to my collection.
What do you mean when you say this is the David Benavidez era?
That this is my takeover. You know what I mean? This is, I feel like, as of seeing like fighters in Vegas, you know, I feel like I could really take this over. You know what I mean? I have everything. I give the great fights. You know, we give a lot of entertaining fights, and you know, I really want this for myself. I want to show the people I am the best. And when I go up in there, you know, it's I think everybody sees what level I'm at. So I'm just excited to, you know, to make this make my dreams come true and become the face of boxing.
Morrell kind of responding to the talk in Florida with Bada testing his product, and his response was it's fear on your end. It's something you're bringing up as an excuse because there's a fear and you're scared all those.
It's not an excuse for shit, but when you go through other fighters that say, hey, I was tested by VADA, but then David Morrell was not tested, it brings a lot of questions though, you know what I mean? I'm not the only fighter that says this, there's been 2 other fighters that say this. They say that David Morrell, we're talking about a Betco, they say he was tested the whole camp, David Morrell was not tested, and after the fight they didn't do no test, no drug test, which is kind of odd to me, you know, but I really don't care about that. Even if it was on steroids, I'd beat the shit out of him, but you know, if you're a dirty fighter, you will get exposed. You know what I mean? That's why they were making such a big fucking deal and they didn't want to test. But dirty fighters will be exposed in this game. You know what I mean? And it's not good for the sport and it's not good for people, you know, to use steroids. So, you know, I'm not going to let that shit slide.
What's the status of being used?
What?
What is the status of the testing right now? Like, what is being used?
We're being tested because I keep putting pressure on Benavidez saying that we got to test.
Isn't it
It's supposed to be the
interim for WBC?
WBC and then WBA.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, well, you know, at the end of the day, these are the high caliber fights that need testing. When I fought Caleb Plant, when I fought Demetrius Andre, we were testing 14 weeks out. You know what I mean? With this one, we barely started testing 9 weeks out. And it's not like I'm asking stuff that I didn't do myself. I mean, I've been tested more than VADA by anybody. I've been tested more than anybody. I mean, by VADA by anybody. You know what I mean? I've been tested over probably 40 times. So it's not like I'm telling them to do something I didn't do myself. You know what I mean? When I fought Caleb Plant, they wanted to test as soon as we signed the contract. So it's not like I'm asking them to do anything, you know, and then for them to act like, you know, we're making them do something that they're not supposed to do. You know, we're supposed to take VADA tests. You know, it's supposed to be clean boxing. Isn't that why VADA's in boxing? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, that's definitely the plan, you know, to go up there and win the belts. But as of right now, I'm 100% focused on February 1st, David Morrell. And until then, after that, then we can talk about who after that.
Who won them?
Tus comentarios generales sobre la pelea y tu rival.
Pues la verdad, yo me siento muy bien ahorita, estoy 100% listo. Ya tenemos 4 meses entrenando para esta pelea y me siento bien, fuerte y ya estamos listos para ganar el 1 de febrero.
De tu rival también.
Pues es un peleador bueno, tiene un título que yo quiero ahorita y yo creo que es uno de los mejores peleadores en el peso ahorita, so va a ser una guerra, pero le vamos a ganar.
La pregunta del día es, ¿crees que la experiencia de Morrell como boxeador amateur sirve como boxeador profesional y hará diferencia contra Benavidez? Deja tu opinión en los comentarios y únete a la discusión. No olvides suscribirte al canal y activar la campanita para no perderte las últimas noticias y análisis del mundo del boxeo. Tu apoyo es lo que nos motiva a seguir trayéndote el mejor contenido. Nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.